So Greg Fertuck has been in jail for more than a year and a half now. He was arrested back in June of 2019. We learned shortly after that he had been the target of an undercover operation, a controversial operation called Mr. Big Sting by the police. And that's where the RCMP officers pretend to be members of a fictitious crime organization. They befriend the suspect to get closer to them, and the goal is ultimately to get a confession. We interviewed Greg Fertuck for the podcast not long after he was arrested, and he told us that he did confess, but that he only did so because he was afraid of the undercover police, that he made up a story. So he says that he is innocent, and that's why he's going to trial, because he has pleaded not guilty to the charges. At this point, we only know what police believe, or that police believe that Greg killed Sherry, but we don't know their theory of why, of where, of how. We also don't know if the police have any forensic evidence to back up that theory, to support their charges against Greg. We should find out about that in the trial. It will be a trial in front of a judge only. There will be no jury. We expect the Mr. Big evidence to be a major factor in the outcome of the trial. It's been criticised in the past for leading to false confessions. And so Mr. Big operations have to be done completely by the book. The defence will likely be looking for problems with that. And there's also the issue of Greg's memory loss. That's something that he mentioned when we interviewed him. He had a fall and hit his head during the Mr. Big operation. So we expect that to come up at trial. We launched a new episode today where we speak to Greg's lawyer, Maurice Bodner. We spoke to him about why he is representing Greg, how he's preparing for the trial, and what he thinks will be the biggest factors in deciding if Greg is guilty or not guilty. We asked him why he believes Greg and why he trusts him. And interestingly, he said that he doesn't, that he follows the evidence only because there is evidence of Greg being untruthful in the past. But he says, in terms of representing him, he goes by the evidence that's there. For the new episode, we spoke to Sherry's sisters about what they want from the trial. It's scheduled to go for a month. So, that's likely to be a difficult time for Sherry's family. I'm now working on the story with another reporter, Kendall Latimer, and she will be covering the trial on the ground. And so we'll keep bringing out new episodes as it continues.